Welcome to All Car Review channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. When it comes to a 7-seater medium-sized SUV, the options are somewhat limited. The Nissan X-Trail provides a very reasonable choice at a decent price point, but despite its arguably modern exterior, it lacks the modern touch of its competitors on the inside. The Japanese-built Nissan X-Trail is available in a staggering 10 different variants, ranging from 5 or 7-seater front-wheel drive models to 5-seater all-wheel drive with petrol powertrains and the recently added AWD diesel that is available as a 5-seater only. As is the case, all 7-seater models, like our Street L test car here, are only available with the petrol engine driving the front wheels. That may bother some, but we feel it's a non-issue unless you intend to take your X-Trail to the beach or soft-roading. From the outside, the Nissan X-Trail is probably best described as inoffensive. It's typically Nissan in so much that it blends in, but never looks out of place for the wrong reasons. The chrome theme exemplified through the Nissan grille is carried through the roof and door handles and into the rear tailgate and rear bumper, helping bring about a sense of differentiation in the otherwise plain design. In the striking red color that our X-Trail came in, the family-friendly Nissan is actually a half-decent looking vehicle, well, at least on the outside. Jump inside and it's a bit of a different story. Considering that this class is now occupied by vehicles such as a Peugeot 3008, which feels an entire generation, or two, ahead, the X-Trail struggles to bring about a sense of emotional appeal on the inside. Plenty of room. It's a very old-school cabin otherwise, though, in the sense that the placement of the instruments to the way the dash flows and connects feels somewhat out of date. Especially when you consider the aircon and infotainment switchgear that could be mistaken for being from a decade-old vehicle, not to mention that they feel somewhat flimsy. But it's the 7.0-inch infotainment screen that really bothered us the most. The navigation system offered by Nissan in the X-Trail is extremely poor. It's reminiscent of old Navman systems from the early 2000s. That's not an exaggeration, it's not only slow, but the display and usability are cumbersome at best. It's perhaps the most inferior navigation system we've used in a new car for the last few years. The quality of Bluetooth telephony was equally disappointing, with the multiple tests resulting in complaints from the other party with regard to voice clarity, forcing us to use speakerphone instead, which defeats the point. But of course, there are lots of positives with Nissan's offering. The X-Trail is actually a very respectable car once you get over the old-schoolness of the cabin. The ride quality is top-notch, absorbing the bumps and yet providing a more than adequate dynamic package. On the go and even through country roads, it's a very accommodating place to be. After a long drive from Brisbane out to Warwick and back, with our two young boys, both my wife and I felt the X-Trail was an excellent family SUV for its $39,085, plus on-roads, asking price. We were very impressed by the limited amount of cabin noise that found its way in at 110 km per hour, and just how smoothly it traversed the long drives. The Street L models are powered by the larger of the two petrol engines on offer, the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, with 126 kilowatts per 226 Nm coupled to a continuously variable transmission. For an SUV that weighs 1534 kilograms, it's actually a surprisingly reasonable amount of grunt. Is the engine outdated? Compared to its smaller capacity turbocharged European rivals, sure, but put it up against the same sized power unit from the ever-popular Mazda CX-5 and the X-Trail holds its own.